Number 14. If x divided by y equals 4 and 24x divided by ny equals 4, what is the value of n? I see the way this is going to go down. This is one of those problems. It's kind of like I can see all the students out there looking at this a certain way and getting it wrong. Be careful. Be very, very careful. Because here's what I predict is going to happen. I predict people are going to see that 24 over n, and they're going to forget about this x and y, and they're going to see that it equals 4, and they're going to go, n is 6, because 24 divided by n is, by 6 is 4. 24 divided by n, in this case 6. 24 divided by 6 is 4. I've got my answer. No, you just got it wrong. That's what I'm guessing a lot of students are going to do on this one. Let's look at what's actually happening, and then we can solve for n. So x over y is equal to 4. Okay, and then separately, actually I'm going to use a different color. Ooh, be very fancy. 24x over ny is also equal to 4. So it's the same. Nothing has changed. There's a couple of ways we can look at this. We can look at this kind of algebraically, or more sort of like I'd say like a logic problem. So let's look at it through the logic problem lens first, just because, why not? All right, so nothing has changed, right? X over y equaling 4, and now 24x over ny equaling 4. Nothing changed. It's exactly the same result. So x over y, I'll change this to erase a partial stroke. We could view this as 24 over n times x over y, right? And we could even, oh goodness, let me highlight things in peace, whiteboard. Nope, it's not going to let me do it. It's not going to let me draw and highlight things. Oh, there it goes. There, now it's happy. Okay, I can move this over. There we go, so that it's 24 over n times x over y. That's the same thing. So x over y equaled 4, and then I multiplied it by something that didn't change it. What can we multiply a number by that won't change it? The only thing that we can multiply it by that will not change it is 1. 24 over n must be equal to 1, because multiplying it times x over y didn't change anything. It still stayed 4. So 24 divided by what equals 1? That's 24. 24 divided by 24. So n must be 24. Now that's what I said, sort of like the logic problem way of looking at this. Well, now let's look at it. We're going to get the same answer. Remember, our answer we're going for is 24. Let's look at it algebraically. And I'm showing you both of these ways because I want you to do what makes the most sense. I want you to be able to understand this problem, and you're not going to see this exact problem on the SAT, of course not, but you might see things that use similar strategies, principles, and you'll have these sort of skills in your head, and you'll know what works best for you. Okay, so let's look at it again from a different perspective, a certain point of view. X over y equals 4, then 24x over ny equals 4. Now I'm going to do the same thing that I did, and I'm going to say 24 over n times x over y equals 4. And I'm going to view it as like a substitution. Like I've just been given two equations, a system of equations, and I'm trying to solve. But it's a little different than our normal ones. But I know that x over y equals 4. So I'm going to substitute 4 right there for x over y. So 24n times 4 equals 4. Now I want to get 24n by itself, so I'm going to divide both sides by 4, or because we already have a fraction here and it's going to look a little odd, I'm going to say I'm going to multiply both sides by 1/4. That is the same difference as dividing by 4. So on the left, I'm going to multiply that 1/4 times 4, because commutative property of multiplication means I can change the order. So 1/4 times 4 is 1, and I'm just left with 24 over n times 1, or 24 over n. And on the right, 4 times 1/4 is 1. So now I have 24n equals 1. to solve for n, I needed to get it out of that denominator. So I'm going to multiply both sides by n. On the left, those n's cancel out, and I just have 24. And on the right, 1 times n is just 1n, or n. And there you go. And that's the more strictly algebraic way of looking at it. So either way you look at it, as either an algebra problem or a mathematically inclined logic problem, you're going to get to that same answer, that n is 24. And yeah, I just can see a lot of students, especially because this is a write-in question, not a multiple choice question. I see a lot of people just glancing at this and going 24 over n equals 4, 24 divided by 6, n must be 6. I can see that happening. Be careful with these. Don't make that mistake. Go through them. Go through algebraically or logically, whichever you prefer. That way you'll get to 24. Hey guys, it's Alyssa, and if you're looking for more SAT or PSAT help, go to mathwithalyssa.com. You can get over 25 hours. Yes, 25 hours of test prep, including math and reading and writing. And there's dozens of practice questions, downloadable study guides, you name it. Links to everything in the description down below. Leave me a comment if you have any questions about this video or any suggestions for future videos. And if this video was helpful or useful in any way, please let YouTube know. Like, share, comment, subscribe, you know the drill. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.